Everyone, welcome back. Today I'll be showing you how I created this encapsulated floral design in honor of Earth Day this Monday. I start as always with filing the nail tips to smooth the edges and then applying a base coat. I also want to welcome all of the new subscribers. I hope you'll continue to love what I do on this channel. The gel polish I'm starting with is the Vettsy Luminous Cat Eye in the shade 03, and I'm applying it to the middle nail. This is a sheer cat eye and would look more vibrant on a colored base, but for this look I wanted the sheerness so the cat eye effect doesn't turn out too obvious. Next, using the Vettsy solid gel in the shade Frozen, I'm applying it to the two nails on either side of the green one. This is also a glass effect kind of polish, and it isn't meant to be completely opaque, which is the look I'm going for. After doing 2 coats on all of the nails, I am pulling out these dried flower elements and just picking out the ones that catch my eye. And I also pulled out some colorful confetti bits to add to the design. As you can see, I cut up the pieces of the dried flowers into smaller bits so they fit better on the nail. And I just picked flowers and leaves that I thought would look best in this design, so if you're recreating this look, choose the colors that you like best. Starting on the middle nail, I want this to be a French with a flower embedded tip. So to start that, I'm using the Beetles builder in a bottle to create the bed of the French. How I do this is I lay out the shape of the French and then build the product up so it's thicker than the nail tip. I do this in a few layers, curing in between. The goal is to get the nail bed built up so that the added flowers can lay in the French portion, and then they'll get covered with a clear gel that will even out the nail bed portion. I hope I'm describing this clearly, but the initial goal is to have the nail bed area built up higher than needed so that when we go in with all of the filing, everything evens out and we won't file through the design. This whole design is very much trust the process, and it often looks worse before it looks better. Next, I'm going in with my E-file to smooth out the nail bed shape I created. This can be done with a hand file, and I do go in with a hand file after to really finish off the shape, but the E-file is just faster, so I prefer it when doing a lot of filing. And I'm sorry I'm a bit out of frame here. That's still something I'm struggling with, making sure I'm in frame at all times. Then I wipe off the dust and I put a layer of base coat on the green French part of the nail. This will act as glue to hold the floral decals in place. And then I just start picking and placing the decals however I like. And once again, this is a trust the process kind of design. It will look a bit messy until it's done, so just be patient with it. Now there is a lot of stuff sticking up and that will be removed, but the first step is to cure this so the decals don't move. I know this can look funny, but that's just how it goes. I'm just adding a few more elements before popping it into the lamp. After curing and everything is in place, I go in with the 5-in-1 top coat to encapsulate the florals. And yes, there are still bits and bobs sticking up and off the sides of the nails. Once this layer of gel is cured, everything will be snipped off. And now adding one more layer of gel to smooth everything out. And now I'm doing the same process on the two blue nails, using the base coat to stick the flowers and confetti onto the nails. I'm doing all of the design work first, and then I'll go in and file everything together at the same time. I find these kind of designs where things are kind of just placed randomly to be really relaxing to do, since it's not too precise and you can just do whatever you're feeling in the moment. I didn't have any plan going into these floral placements, I'm just playing around to see what fits where. Should I say it again? Trust the process. It'll look bulky and messy until it's done. That's just how it goes. When it comes to designs like this, just have fun with it. Don't put too much pressure on yourself. Don't be too concerned about making it perfect. It all comes together in the end, I promise. Just have fun with it. I've been loving yellow recently, so that yellow flower really caught my eye and I knew I wanted to have it in my design. You can see that I don't really have an exact idea of what I'm doing. I just kind of play around with things to see how I like it. Once everything is cured into place, I use the same top coat to encapsulate the whole nail. The first layer of the encapsulation can be a bit tricky. The brush can get caught in all the different textures on the nail, so this first layer won't be even. It'll be bumpy, going all over those bumpy decals. And that's why we file. Here I'm turning the nail upside down. That helps the gel pool into the center into a nice dome over the nail. And the same process with the next nail. Looks like I'm cutting off a bit of the stuff hanging off the sides. And once again, I'm sorry for being out of frame. I really need to work on that. And one more layer to smooth everything out as much as possible before filing. And now to the filing. I'm using my e-file and a sanding band, and this is going to smooth down the gel and bring everything down to the same level, leaving us with a smooth, even nail. And I did cut out most of this since I didn't think it'd be interesting to watch. Now, I forgot to turn my camera back on when I was doing the crystal placement, but as you can see, it's a very simple design, just a flower in the center and then blue and green crystals on either side going up the center of the nail, and it's on the same green gel that we used on the middle nail. Don't you just love when top coat is applied to a filed nail and the whole design just comes to life? I told you to trust the process because these nails look absolutely stunning. And here is the final set all together. What do you think? Did the encapsulation process make you nervous? I was definitely a bit confused.